Yes. Okay, so this is a very interesting Lotus Ride, I have to say, because I normally don't get political or I normally don't get into any type of, how to say that, influencing the split anymore, because the split obviously, you know, for those that have never heard about the split, like our human collective is going through a split where you could say 80% of the world says, I want to continue the light dark paradigm. And then there's 20% of the world. I mean, maybe these numbers change, but that's how it is for now. 20% says, no, I want to create a new light paradigm. So sometimes definitely it feels like we're on the more challenging part because we are part of a system that we don't really agree with anymore. And I'm not only speaking about maybe health and finances and work structures and all this, but like just the whole thing. We're like, hey, I'm here for something new. And, you know, I know that that's why I'm here. So that's, you know, most of the light workers are in that kind of flow. One of the understandings I've understood about that is that when we had the split happening in Lemuria, which means 13,000 years or even the double, 26,000 years. There's a whole discussion about that, but let's say at least 13,000 years ago. Because maybe those that stayed of the Lemurians are the Atlanteans, and the Atlanteans are the ones that have chosen the light dark paradigm, and the Lemurians who said, no, I'm not going to do the light dark, are the ones that went into the interterrestrials and, you know, Mount Shasta, and there's a mountain, all kinds of portal places where you can still meet them. And they're just humans like you and me, but they just said, no, I'm not doing the light paradigm. What I want to say about that is that when that happened, it just happened one night. Like one night we were one people, next morning, half of the people just disappeared. Like, you know, the flood. It is all these stories about the flood. Yeah, that's, you know, that's, we still have that memory. It's just translated in a different way through myths and through storytelling and through, you know, all these types of things. Anyway, I'm not saying this is the truth. This is just like some of the information that came to me also through Ainelia Benz, through her community, through really traveling in Lemuria and having all kinds of conversations there. So it's like, okay, apparently as a human collective, we said never anymore like this. So never, if we go to another split, we're not going to do it like that. Like we are going to take our time. So maybe it feels, I mean, not maybe, I mean, it feels intense, right? It feels challenging. It feels like, wow, I don't know, for me personally, like I'm already here since at least 13,000 years, helping this planet to raise in frequency. Now that we're all here and we're kind of like we were supposed to all go together, we're apparently not going together. Why is this taking so long? Because the Earth already ascended in 2012. We're like 11 years, no, we're like at 2012, yeah, 11 years further already. So why is this taking so long? Well, one of the answers I found is that. One of the answers is that it's taking so long because we as a human collective have decided, let's take 1 or 2 generations to pass this kind of transition more smoothly than just one night like this, because we were all kind of traumatized by that. Like it was a huge sadness that had to be processed. So, but even in that sense, we can still decide if like, because 20%, it doesn't maybe feel a lot, but that's 2 billion people. Okay, so if 2 billion of us in the light paradigm, you know, say like, okay, that's it, khalas, as they say in Egypt, khalas, and that was enough. I want it to happen tomorrow. If 2 billion people of us say that, then obviously we have something to say. It's not just, oh, you know, this light dark paradigm is going into a certain direction and I have nothing to say. No, we can. So there's 2 things I'm going to weave into our meditation. I'm not going to talk too long, huh? Like I don't want to bore anybody here because I'm sure everybody already knows this, but I need to kind of set the stage, let's say, for the context for our meditation. So the 2 most powerful ways I've found to profoundly change something, not only within us, but like but in the reality is through observing. And the second one is through clearly stating, this I agree with, this I do not agree with. And of course, in the end, you think, oh, you know, what would agreeing or not agreeing change anything, because it already happened, the split already happened. I am not here to kind of like go backwards, that's for sure. Like, it's clear that I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm here to just respect the higher self choice of everybody. You know, I can like shift from one reality to the other. I can hold them both in my heart. It's all good. I'm not in any fight anymore. I'm not in misunderstanding or disagreement anymore. But there's a difference in between everybody can make a choice and as I posted, I don't know if all of you have read it, but the post is about the World Health Organization that is creating a document which, upon agreement, will give full power to control our health systems worldwide. So that means that every government that is, you know, their law, that every government that's signing is their law in that country is void against any decision that this World Health Organization is coming with. That means environmental lockdowns, pandemic lockdowns, central bank digital currency. That means social credit scores like in China, vax passes, like you name it. It's like the whole thing is rolled out. And we have seen in 2020 that what that means. So it's kind of like, okay, do I want to go through that whole thing again, but this time even more and better organized? Or do I want to do something about it that at least, I don't even know how to describe it, but that at least freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of choice, especially freedom of choice is honored on our planet. So in that sense, we need to take a stand. We need to say, this I agree with, this I do not agree with, because obviously in 2020, it just fell on all of us. We were like, okay, the whole world is in lockdown. What the hell does that mean? You know, a lot of fear coming out, a lot of things coming out. But that's 3 years ago. You know, if all is well, we are much more robust now. We are much more like, okay, I know who's on my side, let's say, because again, there's no fighting here. I'm not judging anybody. I respect all the choices, but you know, let's say I like to hang out with my mates, my homies, you know, and the light paradigm. And it's not that I don't want to hang out with the others. I mean, my brother, like sisters, everybody, like my whole family, everybody's there. And I like hanging out with them too, but it's different. There's a lot of things I can't say. There's a lot of things I can't show. There's a lot of things where I cannot show my light as I am, which I'm doing right now. And you all love it. I mean, if not, you wouldn't be here. So I'm just assuming that you love it. Maybe you don't, but then please, you know, you can log out. So it's like, so somehow there is this like flow, there is this empowerment, there is this like, I really understand it now. Like I you know, and that's what I want to like put down. Like I want to put our foot down. I want to say no more of this. So there's two ways to do it. So I'm going to weave both of them, and you can choose and you can do them both or one of them. So one of the ways is just literally to put your foot down. This is the boundary, vlog. There's nothing that can come over it, even if they put a gun to my head. Even then, if they put a gun to my head, saying it's this and that and blah, 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 I will have foreseen it. So that's also what we're doing in this meditation. There is no past and future, there's only the now. But if we allow ourselves to fall back into the safety of the future, and we let that future come through our heart, and we walk the path of the true heart, meaning our future is changing that past. It's changing all the destructive like dynamics and mechanics and where we're coming from. It's changing it. Then we can see that point before the gun is put on my head and say no. You know what I mean? It's not just something like next year they're making a document and we all have to sign and we're like like this. No, we're not victims. We can see it coming. Obviously, that's why you're here. So that I really thank you for that. And so we have to take that stand. We said, okay, this is the boundary. Nobody gets over. And actually, I claimed the earth. So one of our Lotus rides in April, that's what we did. We literally claimed the earth in the name of humanity. We said, blah, that's it. Like clear skies, open skies, clear water, clear earth, clear everything, all the elements, clear fire, clear everything, right? Like that's, I mean, that's what we want, and that's what we will get, and that's what the earth wants, and that's, you know, the reality that we're creating. But if we're just going to hang out and just wait for it to happen, that's our problem. If you look at the light dark, they're very organized. They're so organized that it's creepy how organized they are. It's like ingrained into our lives, so much organized they are. So we need to get more organized in the sense of get super powerful, sovereign, and get like a safe human being, meaning that when you get super powerful, can you handle it? Because a lot of us are afraid of power because in our last lifetimes or even this lifetime, we've abused our power. And so we're like, oh, no, 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 it's fine. I don't need power. I will give my power away to this organization, to this government, to this narrative, to this whatever is like, you know, and somehow without knowing, we're giving our power away. Well, actually, one of us, just one of us can change this. One of us can do it. We don't even need to be in a group, but we love being in groups. So that's why we get more powerful, because we like to support each other, you know, and gather, unite, and exchange information and all this. And by the way, you're invited into my New Earth Now group, which is amazing, on Telegram. So, but anyway, so I'm really, really passionate. So I'm really trying to get it like to the core. So there's two ways. One, I just explained. I will weave it in where you say, I do not agree with, and then you imagine when you say, I do not agree with, or I agree with, you say, I do not agree with, you imagine that which you don't agree with a big red stripe through it, like a cross, like I do not agree with this. And then you say, I agree with that. And there's this little, you know, little green thingy, like done thingy, like, okay, this I like. Or your own symbols. But make it like a big, powerful symbol, like I do not agree with, and then you imagine that World Health Organization document, which obviously there's a huge chain of energy towards that is coming our way. So you could just say block, like you just like block that energy and say, I don't agree with. Another, the most powerful way, and that's the one that you sign up for, which I'm really excited to actually guide because I've never done it before, which is the most powerful one. And why is it the most powerful? It's to observe. And of course we can think, yeah, but, you know, just observing, how can that be powerful? Because observing really means you don't bring in your prejudice. You don't bring in your judgments. You don't bring in your whatever it is, even your preferences. You don't bring in your attachments, like it has to go in that way, or I don't like the World Health Organization, or I don't want it to go in that way, blah, blah. All this, you actually let go of it, and I will guide you through it. So we'll do both, and then, you know, obviously, it's up to the human collective to see how much of our energy it's going to use. But for sure, at a certain point in the meditation, I hope I won't forget, because I already have like so many things that I want to weave in. But at a certain point, I will ask like, okay, now, if you feel like it, you can stay in your own bubble. But if you feel like it, you can just release that light or that observation or whatever, and then pour it like liquid light, pour it into the grids, pour it into into the new earth, pour it into the creation of that reality. So yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, Heather is like, she's like in her bed. She's like, okay, bring it on. Okay, good. The dog is like, even the dog is like, yes, okay, bring it on. Let's do this. Okay. Yalla, as we say in Egypt, yalla. Are we ready? So purpose one, to bring about fundamental change, which only can happen through a fundamental change within, but also bring about fundamental change without. So it's where you're going to use one of your superpowers that maybe you didn't know you have, but you have, which means you're going to dissolve realities. Through dissolving them inside, you're going to dissolve them outside. Amazing. This second purpose is to soften all these sharp edges in the breaking of that human collective, because I don't know if you're feeling it, but I can feel it. It's like you know, like this, like two sides that are like, you know, like that. So we want to soften that a little bit to make it a little bit less intense, because obviously the other ones, us, but those that have chosen the light dark paradigm need more drama, need more fear, need more of all these things, because the earth is actually going into the light. So the earth is going into the light. If you want to stay on earth, for them, they're naturally going into the light as well. Every being is becoming more and more higher and higher frequency. So for them to stay and to play that light dark paradigm for another, I don't know, 10 years maybe, or shorter, whatever, or longer, whatever the human collective decide, what we decide basically, to be honest, but okay. Then they need more drama. And basically, to be honest, it's not only that I'm done with the drama, but it's getting boring, right? Like it's getting to a point where you're like, hey, really? No way. Really? You want to do that again? It's only 13,000 years you've done this. Really? You don't want to like do something new? So in that sense, it's like, okay. Yeah. So to kind of make it smooth, we can have the split, fine. We can take our time, fine. We don't want to rush it, but let's make it kind of smooth and leave out all the intensity. And Heather says, in my body, it's a feeling of anxiety, diaphragm, leaving everyone. Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. I mean, there's so many, we can go into this for hours, but we won't. We like, I will stop talking also now, because all these words don't mean anything. Basically, when we go inside and we are in our hearts, we are in our being, we are in our the stillness of our body. I will lead you through it, through the three doors. Once we are in, that is the real power. That's where we can really actually do something. All these words didn't do anything in the human collective. It was just a tiny little dot of light, but we can create waves of rainbow light. But we will have to go inside first to be able to manifest that. So let's do it. Okay, so you can sit or lay down or make your body comfortable. If you are laying down, then please make sure that you are upright so you don't fall asleep. So obviously, Andrea, make yourself nice and comfortable. It just depends on what your body needs. Maybe you want to have a little blankie around or something like that. Just make yourself comfortable and let your body know that we will go in for quite some time. So I don't know, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, something like this. So let your body know, like, okay, you're comfortable, but make sure your body is comfortable. Maybe some drink close by, maybe a journal. You know, sometimes we have this incredible insights that like 10 seconds later we 10 seconds later we lose it. So maybe you want to have a little journal or something to draw or paint. Yeah, nice. Alessandra gets her blanket. Nice pillow in the back, maybe, if you want to. Yeah, just want to be sure you're comfortable. The more comfortable your body is, the deeper you can go. And this is, a lot of times we forget that part, but yeah, the body needs to feel safe and warm and cared for and comfortable. It's so important. And we will take a little bit of time also to do that. Okay, so let's start with our breath and just very gently just start observing your breath. So just everything we just talked about, just let it pass, 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 pass. We don't need to think about it anymore. Just empty yourself from any thoughts. Just become aware of your breath. You can do it just like I did just now, a little bit exaggerated. Sometimes it really helps. But make sure you really breathe deep down, not just like this, you know, upper in the lungs, just like deep down into the belly or even into your feet. So like maybe through your nose, maybe through your mouth. And me through the nose is always more powerful. And just you can release kind of fast, like as if your whole body goes. So you just kind of in one breath or do it 3 times, just release the tension. You can really do it exaggerated, like a long ah or big breath out. And when you do that, like you really feel like all the tension and thoughts and feelings related to what we we're just saying, you just let it go out of your body. I let it go out of your mind. Let it go out of your heart. It has no place in your body. You do not have to hold on to basically anything. If you could have your body completely empty, hollow like a bamboo, you would feel so free from all of it. Nothing would be able to touch you. So, yes. So let's get a little bit to that point of emptiness. So just start breathing a little more comfortable and just not really controlling your breath in any way, but just observing your breath. So you, the awareness, is observing your breath going in and out of your body. And there is no judgment here. There is no trying to be a good meditator. There's no trying to breathe in a certain way. There's just your body, your awareness that is connecting now to your body through your breath. So you're just allowing your breath to go in and out of the body as it is, whether it's shallow or deep, slow or fast. It doesn't matter. You're just observing that breath going in and out of your body. And while you're observing the breath going in and out of the body, you are feeling, seeing, sensing, knowing that you are now connecting deeper to the body. So many times in our lives, we disconnect from the body, too much in our head or focused outwards. And now we are focusing inwards through the breath into the body. So let's start with our eyes. Just really feel, see, sense. Your eyes are getting more and more soft, like as if you're looking at a puppy or something super cute and sweet, little baby. Really, really have and feel and see and sense or know that your eyes are very soft. And if you feel some tension, you can, of course, just rub your hands together and then use the palms of your hands. It's the main ancient Taoistic technique, very simple. And that warmth of the palms of your hands, you can put it on your eyes and then bam, you're there. It's like that warmth of the palms of your hands is now entering your eyes. And be aware that even within your eyes, the irises, everything, there is muscles there around your eyes. And without us knowing it, because we look so much to screens or to the outside world, like these are kind of tensed. So you can even do a bit of tapping around the eyes. Maybe even the forehead or the jawline. The jawline really holds our frustration and our anger. Not only anger, but when we are furious, it holds in our jawline without knowing. We hold a lot of tension around the teeth, the whole jawline. So you can also tap there if you feel like it. We're basically taking our time because when your face is relaxed, your eyes are relaxed, and the muscles around your mouth are relaxed, that's when you can actually enter your inner landscape. Without it, it's just the mind. But we really want to be present in our body fully. So through the soft eyes, now feel how you are entering your inner landscape. Bring your awareness behind the eyes, feeling your face is like very soft now, like a baby, very round. All the masks that you wear in your life and during the day, you can just take them off and put them next to you. You can put them on after the meditation again. You don't need them right now. You don't need any identification, not even of the meditator or hunting for an experience or wanting an experience. You're just present. And now feel, see, sense behind your mouth an inner smile. So you're not moving your face physically in the outside world, but in your inner landscape, there is an inner smile now. And that inner smile can go really from one ear top to the other, like pointy fairy ears. Big smile. And that big smile is going to create immediately healing hormones going through your body, connecting the pineal and the pituitary gland. Very, very gently, big smile. Now, this inner smile connects you to the silence, or what the Taoists call the Shen body, which is anchored in the middle of your head. It's silence. So you can describe the sounds you hear so that your being not only feels safe through the eyes, but also feels safe through the ears. So you're hearing my voice. You're hearing your breath, your any sounds around. I hear air conditioning, I hear cars and planes. And now start to feel, see, sense that there is a field of light, a field of silence that is holding those vibrations of the sounds. So they are entering your ears, and it's safe that they are entering your ears because you know they are not life-threatening. And you know they are not disturbing your meditation in any way. They are incorporated in it. Why? Because they are all held together by a field of silence. Now connect to that silence. It's very easy. And feel that that silence is your true nature. That silence is the source of all sounds. No sound exists without the silence as its source. So instead of focusing on the sounds, you feel, see, sense, connect, or know that you're connected to the silence, which is connecting all the sounds. Okay, beautiful. Now with this inner smile, we're going down into our heart. Very different body, chi body. We're just going to anchor ourselves in our inner landscape to be able to be powerful, sovereign. And safe. So feel, see, sense how you are now in your heart. Very different energies. You bring your soft eyes there. From your heart, you're looking at the world with soft eyes. From your heart, you're looking at yourself with soft eyes and an inner smile. No judgment, but just soft eyes. And feel that there is love here in your heart. So we all have our own way to perceive it. Some of us, we feel we want to connect to a loved one or an animal or a tree or a plant. And some of us, we feel, I don't want to connect to anything. I just want to feel love in my heart for myself, for the world, or for anything, the sun, the earth, or just love. Not for, but just love. And then there's others that say, I feel more like connecting to the source within me, in my heart. That's where I feel the love. So you can feel love in many different ways. But what's important for you now is to find your way. So feel, see, sense, connect to that love in your heart, and feel that that love is connected to the universal, unconditional, objectless love that we are. Beautiful. So now your chi body is awoken. Just your awareness here is bringing about this subtle activation of very different body, the chi body. And now we will bring all this energy down into our belly, the third main center, belly center. So we had the Shen, the Qi, and now the Jing. So the Jing body is, again, very, very different. The Jing body is you. It's your energy, your personal power, your ego, whatever you want to call it in the Tao tradition. This is a very important energy. This is the one that grounds and holds it all. This is where you put your boundaries. This is your place on this planet. This is where you don't give away anything. This is where you collect and contain your energy. And then if you want to connect, you go into your chi body and connect. But this is your Jing, your energy. This is where most people leak energy from. But you don't need to do that. So you can just feel in your belly, like, oh, wow, this is a very different energy. Like you could, somehow maybe more fiery, somehow more raw, maybe even a little more intense, more dense also. It's almost like more heavy than the Qi and the Shen, which is great because that's what we need to manifest. So yeah, just breathe into this place and just feel, see, sense. Bring that power back to you. Wherever you have your lines out to other people, it's great. You don't need to cut it and all these things, but just for the meditation, feel it out how it is if you would bring in your aura into this. We call it the Jing ball of light. It's like a golden ball of light, which is yours. It's yours and it's yours only. And this is your safe space from where you bring all your experiences. So you need that power, especially now, if you want to do this meditation, you need that power. So bring it all back to you. And then you can also feel how powerful that is actually. Like, oh yeah, when I bring my aura completely into my golden sphere, I feel actually, yeah, I feel very good I'm sitting together with a group, but I'm sitting really in my own field. I feel very comfortable with myself. It's that type of feeling. So breathe deep into it. Breathe into your belly and connect with love from your heart to your belly, because a lot of times we don't allow ourselves to love those forces, our pure life force energy, the rawness of it, or the pure power of it. So feel like, oh, now I'm connecting my head with my heart, with my belly. They're all connected. And this is what we call the I force, or the Yi force. So bring the Yi force just for a moment so that our body knows that what we're doing is safe and beautiful. is absolutely magnificent, is that you can bring this beautiful force, which is called the I force. It's extremely powerful and at the same time extremely soft. So whether you are aware of it, whether you're feeling it, whether you're experiencing it or not, don't force it. Don't be like, oh, now I need to feel this or that. No, it can be extremely subtle. Obviously, I've been doing this for 4 years, so I can feel it instantly. I can bring it anywhere. But maybe for you it's the first time you're doing this, so don't be hard on yourself, basically. It's all about softness. And just feel like, hey, yeah, maybe I'm just, I don't know, I just feel like I feel a little lighter in my body, or I feel a little more spacious, or I feel a little more silent, or I feel that there's more stillness there. I feel less restless. I feel whatever it is, be aware of that. And when you can direct your energy, like basically that soft force, try it out like a child playing with it. So I don't know, maybe you have a bit of blockages in your knees or your shoulders or your solar plexus, or I don't know, like wherever the energy might be blocked a little bit, send some of that energy there. See how that feels. Just bring your awareness to the place where you want that energy to go to. It's like you're painting now inside of your inner landscape. You're purifying, energizing, like with a paintbrush. And the paintbrush is that yi force. So it can be very sharp and it can be very soft, and it can be, but it's always powerful. You can heal places with it. You can bring energy there. You can transform. Inner alchemy. So just feel that force and just feel that your body is charged with it. Like your body is getting to know this force as something very powerful and something very, yeah, creating a feeling of well-being. Very nice. Okay, so now we go one level deeper, and this was all very kind of still physical with the organs and the streaming in the body. We go deeper now to the stillness of the body. Again, we are still in the inner landscape. Connect to every cell of your body has a stillness there on the deepest level. So every cell of your body, there's stillness there. Also in the whole of your body as one whole. Stillness there. Connect with your awareness to that stillness and rest in it. It's like for some of you, it will make boom. And you're there. For others, it's like you need to go deeper, 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 deeper. And at a certain point, it makes boom. And there's no more movement. There's no more change. There's no more wanting to become. There's no more effort. There's no more trying to be someone else than you are. There's just boom. Like your awareness hits the base. When your awareness hits the base, we call it the stillness of the being. So it means that you went even deeper than the stillness of your body, your physical body, into the stillness of your being. Feel it. Allow yourself to drop deeper and deeper. If you feel distracted, then it means your body needs to fall deeper and deeper. Allow your body to fall also deeper and deeper. It's not only your awareness, it's the whole, your whole being. Basically, your body is in your awareness. So it's like, just keep going deeper, 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 like as if you're going into an ocean. A very, 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 very deep ocean. Beautiful. So you're resting in that stillness of your being. So you are feeling, seeing, sensing that you are now charging your physical body, you're charging your awareness, you're charging all that you are, your soul, spirit, all the names we can give it, that complex being that you are. It's charging. You are now plugged into your charger, into pure source energy. Feel that as you're being charged. And also feel that this source that you are now connecting to. I mean, I used a lot of words, but basically all you're doing is you're connecting your awareness to the stillness of your being. You're connecting your awareness to the stillness of your being, and you're resting there. You're charging. Feeling, seeing, sensing that this is your true nature. This stillness is who you really are. This silence is who you really are. This spaciousness, there is no form, no shape, no idea, no thought, no experience even. There's just spaciousness. There's no meditator, there's no identity. It's just you become this pure space, like you become one with the oneness. You become one with everything and everyone. And again, like you can feel on a very subtle level, you might be like, oh, okay, I'm becoming one with everything and everyone. No, that means that there's still someone trying to become one and with everyone. That's not what I mean. I mean, just like, I don't know how to say it. It's like, I guess I can always use the same example. It's like the sky, the crystal clear blue sky. That's who you are. You are that container of every thought and feeling and human experience and understandings and ideas and shapes and forms. So that sky is holding all these as clouds. So the clouds come and go. And whether there's a storm or there is no clouds at all, is the sky in any way affected by the clouds? No, it's not. Because the sky is containing all of it. The clouds are coming from the sky and they will dissolve in the sky. And you are the sky, so it means you are the source, inseparable from everything that has ever happened, inseparable from the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. It's not separated from you, you are that. So you are now resting your mind and your body within. You're not looking at the data. You are the source of all the data. So you're relaxing. You're just relying on that source. You're just like, okay, I trust the source. Bam. There's no more thoughts. And if there is thoughts and feelings, they're just data. There's nothing to do with who you truly are. It's just data coming and going. So it's like you're creating some sort of a distance almost. You're detaching from your normal point of view. You're still just resting with your awareness and that stillness of the body, silence, and that spaciousness of your mind. And so all your thoughts and emotions are released like clouds. They come and they go. You observe them, but you do not interact with them. And so in the same way, we're going to now bring in the data, the item that we wish to observe. First, feel how stable you are, like stabilize yourself like a mountain. You are a mountain, you are unmovable. You're unchanging. You're just like pure source energy. And all these clouds can come and go, but it doesn't affect you in any way because you are that crystal clear blue sky. So let's look at the data, the item that we wanted to look at today. Whatever it is, maybe for you it's different data, and that's fine too. So the data we're bringing up is the World Health Organization and their plan for 2024. Do not interact with it, but allow it to come like a cloud in your sky. You are the source, you are the sky, you are the spaciousness, and you're hosting that data in your inner sacred space, and you're not interacting with it, you're just observing it. Now allow that observing as the whole universe or universal collective consciousness is looking through your eyes, which obviously is your inner eyes. It's the eyes of your awareness are looking at something, right? Like you can even like use like a camera lens, like your awareness, you can point it, you can bring it to somewhere. So you're pointing now your awareness without getting involved in it or interacting with it to the data. It's like almost like you can, with a sharp edge, you can just look at it directly. Focus on that data. But it's not you anymore that is really looking, it's the awareness itself that is observing. And while you're doing this, you might get thoughts or feelings or data or information or understandings. Just release them. So don't go into any phenomena related to it, because then you will be caught into that flow again, which you don't want to. You want to observe it, completely observe it. And if you feel distracted, just go back. It's very simple. Go back into the awareness. You just become aware, oh, I got distracted, and you go back to the observation. Doesn't matter, there's no judgment. Some of us we can hold for a few seconds, some of us we can hold it for hours. It doesn't matter. It's usually depends a little bit on our practice, but anybody can do this. Just observe. Now, for those that can hold it, like stabilize it, what will happen at a certain point, this will go all automatic. So you don't need to make any effort for it. But the magic happens. You start dissolving realities when the observer and the observed and the observation itself. So the data, the observer, and the observation itself are going to dissolve into that spacious awareness that you are anyway already. Into that crystal clear blue sky. Everything just dissolves. It's just pure space. Even the cells of your body become space. Your thoughts, your feelings, everything just becomes space. Just pure space, dissolving everything. Inner and outer. Everything on the outer dissolves into space. Everything in the inner dissolves into space. So whether there is other clouds coming up or not, whether there's other data and information coming up or not, do not enter these phenomena, but just keep on being in that state of awareness. Releasing anything that comes up. Just allow it like a melting ice. Like it comes up and it melts straight away because your awareness is stable and steady. You're resting as that awareness and you're allowing these data to come up and go, and up and go, like waves in the ocean. Okay, we're going to do this for a few minutes. I'm going to be silent so that I can also enter in that state for a moment. Beautiful. So you can feel, see, sense, you can tap into the field that we are creating right now. So you can feel, see, sense that our group is now, right now, anchoring a oneness field, creating like a new timeline. I can see the timeline. I can see where we're bringing this timeline. I can see the future of it. I can see the past of it. And I can see that it's very, very high frequency. And in that high frequency, there is none of this. There is no, in 2024, that old story. It's not there. It's not happening. So what you can do is, like, now we did the most powerful part. Now you can choose as a human being. You take form back as a human being, and you can say, you can imagine that old paradigm story that is in our reality is just not happening. But you can enforce that with the power of your voice or your expression or your choice, which are all the same. And kind of imagine, feel, see, sense that scenario as a timeline, and you can just put a red cross through it, like, I do not agree. You can even say it out loud or in any way you want, and then you imagine, see, feel, sense, no, you can just tap into it. It's happening right now, the one that we are creating right now, and you say, yes, this one, yes, this, you know, I agree with. So it takes some time to do that now, if that resonates with you. Yeah, that's beautiful. You can feel, see, sense. If you're tapped into the group energy, the collective energy, you can feel, see, sense that um, it's almost like we made another split, like, but it's not really like that. Don't worry, like we didn't make another one, but you can feel that we are in a different reality. So what I need you to do is to feel that different reality. Feel what it feels like connected. You can pour in light, like liquid light from your essence, from your heart, from your inner core light into the vibrational part, like the high vibrational part of the human collective that wants the same as us, that says, no, I just, I want to continue my life on this planet in freedom and expression of choice. That part, you can connect to it, you can feel it. And you can say, look, this, kind of like connect it to what we're doing here. And when you do that, I mean, I just did it and I instantly felt like so much support coming through. We already did that, like with the collective consciousness observing through us, but it seems that this is something else. It's like something that is already there, that is supporting us, and that is like almost like, yay, it's like, okay, we're doing this, there's this type of, yeah, the word that comes to me is like a gang, it's like gang members, but like from the light. It's like they're like, oh, and it's a big part of the human collective. We're very powerful. And you can feel now that we have connected the timelines that it's almost like that this will support you. So you can ask for what you need right now. It's not only like, oh, I'm going to do this for the whole world and this is nice. Like, no, like use it. It's totally allowing you. It's like you can now ask the human collective, like, hey, I would love this, or can you help me that? Like, I don't know, like a high vibrational partner, or a high vibrational income, or a high vibrational work, or higher vibrational connections, or whatever, like, because now through the group energy and through the intent and everything we just built up, it's like we built up this beautiful pyramid and we're getting to the top of it. So now that we're at that really high frequency core essence where we're connecting and it's happening, you can ask, download something for yourself saying, hey, in the next weeks, months, days, hours, whatever, yeah, support me, because this is what the human collective, the high frequency wants. It wants to support you. Gaia wants to, like the ascended earth, Gaia wants to support you. Feel that and allow it, because this is where most of our light workers, like, we love to give, and then when it comes to receiving, we're zero. Don't let that influence you, but you know what I mean. Receive, open yourself up, receive. And if you feel like, okay, there's some boundaries there and I don't want to receive this and that, that's fine. Don't worry, don't judge yourself, that's fine. It's good to have boundaries, very important. But you can also just say, hey, now that we're here, actually, I wouldn't mind, a bit more of liquid light of whatever color, diamond light. There's a new frequency coming in since 2020, the ultralight. Very high, very high frequencies. And of course, you don't want to burn yourself up, so you don't want to overdo it. If you feel too hot or like fainting or whatever, then you're overdoing it. I would say take a little break, but you can allow. I can feel my crown is opening, from above, the receiving from the human collective and Gaia and the sun. Or maybe for you, it's from the below part, like the perineum area, into the central channel. Sometimes it's more easy to receive from there, but then I always say just put a filter just below it, so you're sure that you're receiving like really ascended energies into your body, whether it's from below into your central channel, whether it's from above into your central channel. You can imagine like the star, you know, the star, your soul, star soul light just above your head, or the star soul light just below your feet if you would be standing. These are incredibly powerful resources, sources that you can charge your light body, your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, charge it all. Charge, 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 charge. Without bursting the bubble, so don't overdo it. And feel that sense of support, like, wow. And know that when maybe tomorrow even, like, or maybe in an hour, or maybe tonight, whatever, or in the morning, whatever is happening, that even when you don't feel the support, you know now, you can feel now that is there. And that support wants to create that earth that you wish for so deeply in your heart. That ease and that flow and the smoothness and the joy and the playfulness of it. The pure, innocent heart. Okay, so before we go back into absolute space and we will dissolve everything, because that is the most powerful thing we can do, I feel like to ask for a download of some light codes that you might be needing. You can receive them from within your DNA, so you can travel within your DNA, just really move your awareness, like follow a particle in the air into your nose, into your lungs, into one of your cells, and then you feel flown. You're entering your own DNA as a particle, as entering the ocean. And once you enter your DNA, it's like endless, spacious, worlds upon worlds, bridges upon bridges, as like intergalactical, interdimensional travel through your DNA. So we don't want to go too far. We just want to ask the Gaia and Mother Earth and the Sun, like, you know, I'm ready to have some downloads, some new light codes. And these light codes can come in many different ways, through sounds, through forms and shapes, through maybe when you're gonna be sleeping, through information, through a rush of energy. Maybe you're not feeling anything, you feel a little bit numb, you're like, oh, you know, DNA, what is this? That's also totally fine. Again, we're not pushing for an experience, we're just opening ourselves up for what we already are. And whether you receive it through your DNA or just from the outside in or the inside out, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. But you can ask, I would like to receive the download, upgrade into my physical body, to my being. And of course, you can connect it to the newer light paradigm. This is always an excellent moment to kind of ask, anything I can do, anything, any direction I should take, or any inspiration for me right now. As a guardian, as a member of the newer light paradigm. Okay. That's enough. We're going to close the meditation with really coming back into that heart space within you, within the body. And now we're going to give ourselves space. So it's like as if you've done some workout, you know, in the sport room, and that in the workout, now it's time to kind of lay down and to relax, or, you know, like the asana posture of relaxation after yoga, something like that. Like you completely go into what we call the yin phase. So you're not doing anything anymore now. You're just releasing, relaxing. You're completely feeling the relaxation of, you're not thinking, you're not feeling, you're just space. Your body is complete space, your mind, your emotions. There might be some clouds, but you're just pure space. Every cell on your body is pure space. We believe it might be dense, but inherently there is nothing there. It's just a dream. Experience that directly. Not like an idea, like, oh, this is a dream. No, experience it directly. Oh, every cell of my body is space. Everything I've ever thought or felt dense, but it's just space. This whole human experience is just pure space. So you're allowing yourself to become who you truly are, spaciousness. And when you do that, you become more powerful, more light. That is what we call when you rest in that emptiness. You become the clear light. And the union of the clarity with the light becomes that bliss, your natural state of bliss. So just relax into the spaciousness that you are. And when you do that, like so many movements come to rest. Through that spaciousness as the source, spontaneous source. Spaciousness is the same word as spontaneous, same word as source. Spacious, spontaneous source. It's all the same. You're now resting in it, and that's when you're the most powerful. That's when from source, directly within you, you are directly experiencing your true nature. And from that space, everything can come out. Very subtle, and thus very powerful. The more subtle, the more powerful. So feel that, to finalize the meditation. Feel from your heart, from your source, from your body, even though you have no body, but hey, on some level you still do. So from that inner source, just feel like a light, your true frequency is coming out. It's just, you know, you could say your inner light, or maybe you want to give it a color. Shine that light everywhere around you. So your whole body, every cell of your body, but also in your surrounding, your room, everything. Feel like if you're outside, everything around you is just like woof. And you can feel that we're doing this as a group, like the dome in Canada with headers, like completely lit up, like many of you are in Holland and Switzerland and Greece and Italy, everywhere where we are right now, also the replays, the fun, just like, you're just like, it's like a heartbeat, you know, it's like You're not doing anything for it. It's just your true frequency is just like a heartbeat, like woof, woof. Can be extremely subtle, can be intense, can be beautiful, can be warm, can be cold, whatever it is. This is it right now. This is as it is. Sometimes it can be even a little painful, like some openings, you know, in places that we have been closed in for 20 years, 30 years. Opening up, and sometimes that feels a little painful. That's totally fine. Just go slowly and gently. But really feel, see, sense your true frequencies coming out. And you can feel that that's one of the reasons why we are here, right? Why are we here? Yeah, I want to shine my true frequency out. And I want to have that true frequency experience reflected back to me in all of my life experiences on Earth and beyond. Only my true frequency. I want that reflected back to me. Everything else is out of the window. Okay, you can slowly come back. You can really slowly, huh? Like if you want to stay in meditation, feel free. A lot of people do this because it's like baking a cake, you know. We've been making this beautiful cake, and now when we are at the ultimate point of it, I'm like, okay, let's come out. But some people are like, no, I'm not coming out. I'm gonna stay here for another half an hour or 1 hour. Maybe Andrea wants to do that. The sharing that we're going to do once we're out, it will bring you back to the daily life perception, obviously. And maybe some of you are like, no, no daily life perception for me. I'm gonna ride this wave and ride this lotus for a while. So if that's you, please do so. You're more than welcome to do so. I'm going to record the sharing and you can hear our experiences afterwards. But if you are going to listen and you are going to talk, then you're definitely going to go out of this state. Okay.